My name's Martin from Reversing Cameras UK, otherwise known as REVCAMUK. Now, these two monitors are our 9-inch monitors. This is the standard definition version. So it uses a Sony. At the moment we're looking at the twin lens camera with a rear view and a reversing camera in one bracket. At the moment it's on the narrow angle sort of 45-degree lens that basically you use as your always-on driving camera. I've just got it pointed across the road from the warehouse at the moment. You'll notice the standard version you can fit up to 2 cameras. The AHD upgraded high-definition version you can have up to 3 cameras. You'll see the little buttons to change channels on the bottom there. Both will give you a lovely picture. Personal preference, when you get to that size screen, you do notice even more of a difference when it comes to upgrading to the AHD. It's quite a substantial size monitor compared to our sort of 7-inch next to it. So really only advisable for a big sort of dashboard, like a big sort of motorhome. Most people are fine with the smaller 7-inch versions, but if we pop the channel across, that's the wide angle camera. So usually the camera would be mounted up high and you'd have that one facing downwards. So as you can see, it's a much wider sort of field of view on that one. Obviously pointing downwards, you want a nice wide angle for looking down when you're sort of parking. But looking back down the road, you want that narrow angle to allow you to sort of judge how far away these vehicles are that are following you. It feels a lot more natural. So as I say, both versions give you a lovely picture. If you saw any lines on the display during any part of that video, that's not there in real life. So as I say, AHD upgrade, my personal preference with the Sony AHD, I think it's a 307 sensor we use in ours. But you'll see what's going on with both versions. So it just depends how pretty you want it, really. The AHD does cope better with sort of lights and dynamic range, especially at night time. But the Sony CCD does still a lovely picture at night. Right, so the camera will come built, but we have to take it apart. And it comes with a little Allen key. Also comes with a bunch of instructions telling you how to do it, how to best fix it, and how to get the best angle. It also gives you some warnings about keeping the glass clean, because the worst thing is if you go and put your thumbprint against it at night time, you'll end up getting a bit of a whiteout where it's reflecting off all the oils that you've just sort of put on. So try not to sort of put fingerprints on the glass as you're fitting. So I'll take the hood off first. If ever you forget which way round the cameras are, inside you'll see a little blue sort of infrared sensor, light sensor. That's always at the bottom. So if you see it at the top, you've got it round the wrong way. This is actually one of our old cameras that we used to use for photos and display purposes. It's getting another lease of life. And the other thing is, these bigger cables pop off, so you just have to feed through these 2 small 8mm connectors. So it should, I don't think I'll be using these rubber grommets, just because we're not putting 2 holes in. So I'll just feed these 2 through the original hole, and then just add a whole bunch of that sort of Sikaflex sealant to plug the gap. So all we're going to do is apply some of this Sikaflex. I actually ordered the wrong colour. I didn't realise until I came to use it. It's I think they call it steel grey or something similar. I'd have preferred white. So you just get a good amount there. It's always a little bit of a messy job using things like Sikaflex, but we'll do our best. So I'm just going to push down. I'm going to remove any excess with a bit of a moist cloth. Just to make it tidy, but that will hold it nice and sturdy. I hate silicone adhesive, but that should stick on. So I'm going to let it dry for a bit, or cure, and then when it's a bit stronger hold, I'll add the cameras back on, and then I'll feed the wires through and then give another load of sealant through those holes. Make sure there's no chance of any water coming through. It's too nice a day to sit at home watching the silicone adhesive dry. So we've gone out for a walk in Pegwell Bay. Gonna pick some blackberries. Right, it's been a few hours. I'm getting impatient, but it's pretty sturdy already. It'll take about a day to fully harden. But I've separated out the cameras. About sort of 4 holes adjustment. I'll try that first, and obviously if I need to, I'll move it one place. But literally just pop those in. And then what I'll do is I'll quickly go and have a look on the monitor and see what it looks like, and if I'm happy, I'll leave it like that, put the sun hood on, and tighten the screws up. Right, I've placed the hood and adjusted the cameras, so it should be pretty much spot on.